I want to go through some priority alerts. There was a maintenance performed yesterday, and the Operation Iron Horse raid is now available for level 30 players. The raid RPG bug. We're aware of the bug that allows players with a specific build to fire an unlimited amount of RPG shots. A fix tomorrow, and we are investigating solutions for the leaderboards. And we'll be going on a summer break. A lot of us in and out of the office are going to be off until the first week of August.
10.1.
Let's start with release date. We are aiming for July 21st.
So 10.1 is going to be adjustments for balance with some skills and in particular PvP.
Cool. All right, Bruce, you got those patch notes ready?
Yeah, sure. I guess we could sort of like start with addressing one thing that's been sort of plaguing the community for a while. Issue with loadout swapping is going to be fixed. Swap a loadout if a skill is on cooldown. So we're making a somewhat significant change to its sort of base behavior. What we're doing with the Revive Hive is we're going to actually reduce the number of charges it has at base. We're going to reduce it down to 1 charge. We're going to also reduce the cooldown from 240 seconds down to 180 seconds or 3 minutes. This doesn't change anything from a solo perspective. This is arguably sort of an undeniable nerf to in terms of group content. It's always felt a little bit odd that a skill tier 0 player could revive himself and his whole squad. There's also some other changes related to the Foundry Bulwark. It's an undeniably powerful set, but one thing that was the 3-piece bonus and how powerful it is, the identity of the set, which is something to be used with a shield. Because right now the 3-piece is just a little bit overtuned. So we're reducing the armor regen per second from 3% down to 1%, shield health by 50%. Yeah, also I guess a fix that Forge increases shield health by 50% as well. Okay, PvP balance. So assault rifles are going to increase by 9%. Fire starters, chem launchers, explosion damage reduced by 50%. Taking such a significant nerf to its explosive damage because it ignores cover, many charges at high skill tiers, and it was doing too many things. There really was no way of countering the explosive damage. Okay, so this is both a PvP and PvE thing with the Booster Hive. Now, currently on live, the Booster Hive increases your weapon damage by 10% and weapon handling by 10%, up to 16%. So what we're going to do, the Booster Hive is going another identity overhaul. It's going to retain its weapon handling buff and melee damage buff. Gaining is hazard protection. You're going to gain at base, at 0 skill tiers, you're going to gain 20% hazard. At 6 skill tiers, that buff goes up to 60%. Weapon handling, 60%. The striker drone damage for the second time in a row is going to receive another damage buff in PvP only, again.
All right, Nikki, do you want to start with slides or?
My biggest focus for TU10 was, of course, addressing loot. So on the horizontal axis, we have loot power, like the average rolls. And then on the vertical axis, we have the chance of that item dropping at that power.
근데 TU10에 이렇게 바뀌었대요.
And this is how it now works in TU10.
그러니까 중간 가정을 더 올렸네. 이쪽이 갈롤, 여기가 갈롤, 여기가 속성이 제일 낮은 곳이 생각하면은 속성이 낮은 애들의 드랍률을 줄였네. 그러니까 60%로 올린 대신에 여기 또 갈롤을 또 좀 올렸네요. 이 레드 에라 이 부분을 줄였어요. 이 부분을 줄이고 갈롤을 좀 올렸어요.
Okay, Nikki, anything else on that? We've got still more to get through today on what's coming over the...
2 things. One of them is related to caches. We're also going to bump up the tiers of some of the caches. Proficiency and Dark Zone caches will be on par with Heroic tier loot once a week. They will actually be on par with Legendary. The last thing on my list that I wanted to mention, which has been a thing which is the annoying experience of getting an exotic that you're not farming for. Playing Legendary and you want the Bighorn, and then suddenly you get a random exotic. A change that we made is that we moved those random extra drop exotics from the mission completion reward as an exotic cache. It just means that if you now see an exotic drop in a mission that you're playing that mission for, it's either exactly that exotic that you're looking for, it's the one from targeted loot.
우리 막 비콘 보러 갔는데 막 역병 나오고 막 이랬잖아요. 좀 더 비콘이 더 잘 나오게 그렇게 만들었답니다.
I have the apparel event
의상 이벤트.
stuff.
아,
So
뭐야
the
이게.
event starts on July 14th and goes through to August. Hood.
어이 신기하다 이 후디.
I'm pretty into
후디
that.
엄청 신기하다. 바지는 좀 괜찮은 것 같은데.
We have.
이건 기본 의상 같은데
I think
완전.
I'm-
너무
got a
흔한
couple
의상이야
here
진짜.
for you. Here's one more. and
이것도
then I have the last
별론데?
one. I'm still picking the hood. There you go. The Agent Sutton. So some people who are into the headphones look can also get that. Okay, that's actually
Okay,
everything for today.
끝입니다.
Now I